Now, something you should do when you're working on cars, especially on belts and things, is to disconnect the battery. The reason for that is if you accidentally bridge the wrong thing, the starter might kick in and it might just turn the engine over and you might just lose a few fingers. However, if you do it, then your old school radio won't work and you'll have to fish around and find the code to make it work when you hook everything back up. So guess what, we're just going to be careful. And here's the tricky bit. What we need is a 15mm socket. It's a very rare size, 15mm. And what's even rarer is a left-hand thread. And by left-hand thread I mean to do it up you go anti-clockwise. To undo it you go clockwise. Everything else, almost in the universe, is a right-hand thread. Now if you don't know that this particular bolt I'm going to show you is the left-hand thread, you can cause for yourself a lot of pain, a lot of time, a lot of cost. What we're going to do is replace this little idler pulley. Now, a lot of people don't know that before the petrol car and the electric car was cars that ran by rubber bands, and this car partly runs by rubber band. Here it is. Without this rubber band the car doesn't run. So we need to change one of the pulleys that the rubber band runs over. And to change the pulley we have to loosen it. So we come down on it like this as hard as we can and we loosen it off there. Okay. And off here. Righto. Now we're going to do this. Remember, I said it's a left-hand thread, so we're going to pray that that's going to come off. You ready? Behold. Special. Standard. Doesn't tell any difference. Doesn't feel so bad once it's off. But I think the new one feels better. Certainly had a wobble when it was on before. Should have showed you that. Anyhow. What do I do with that special nut? I hope I didn't lose it. That's got to go on. There. And I've got to do it up. Remember, I'm going the wrong way to do it up. Well, it's the wrong way to every other nut and bolt on the car. Left hand thread. No good. I'll be done it properly. Put that ratchet through the other way and let's give it a go. Not a bad idea with something like this to just keep spinning it with your finger as you do it. Make sure you haven't got something hooked up. There we go. This thing that's moving is a belt tensioner. You need this thing to spring up and hold the belt in tension. Now, somewhere I had a diagram. If you're not sure, you haven't got the book, go to the internet, Google the car and say serpentine belt diagram and then click on images and hopefully the one for your car comes up. As you can see, it's quite complicated and you need to also answer the question, does it have air conditioning? Which it does, or it would if it worked. So it's still, at the moment we have a mess. If we fired that up now, it would be a disaster. Righto, so we go over the alternator. And there's the tensioner around the power steering pump. Righto. Now, when it goes around the power steering pump, it's got ribs. The ribs have got to be lined up. It's a ribbed belt. Ribs are in okay. Up around the idler, that way around the idler. Right. Then around the water pump, Now this is the engine pulley. That's the one that actually drives everything. Obviously it's got to go around that. Otherwise nothing's going to work. Now, everything moves as you do this, of course. So we won't put that over there yet. We'll get it on this big one. Now we'll put it over it. And we're getting close. Okay, now, while we double check. Remember, the rib parts have got to go over the rib. That one's obviously okay. Turns out that one's okay. The ribs are locked into the ribs. That one's okay. Now, where are we? Around the water pump. Down around this one. This is the one that counts. Nicely in there. Around there. What about this? That one there. It's around there. Around that idler. Around this idler. That's it. Now, at this point, you just find the keys and turn the engine over. Find the keys.
Okay.
Well, maybe you better just film. Put her on. It's okay. Don't stick your fingers in the running belt. So in summary, an old car can be kept running so long as it has reasonably regular maintenance in the important areas. Oil change is the main one. Then there's tyres, there's all the other stuff too. When it comes to these belts, the parts are relatively still available and you can do it yourself. Check out YouTube. A lot of advice on there, a lot of it no good, but a lot of it quite okay too. Righto, one more check of the oil and we're done. Dust cover on. And that's good. Full.